Hey guys, today in Cars in Motion, we're going to be working on the Camaro for brakes. Hey guys, as you just saw, it's time for the Camaro to get some brakes. And Gerard took the opportunity not to just replace his brakes, to upgrade them. So let's go ask him exactly what he ended up ordering.
So like Serge pointed out, time for brakes on the Camaro. And I took the opportunity to upgrade. We're doing the fronts, full brake job. Pads, calipers, and rotors. A little bit of an upgrade, grip your pads, drilled and slotted rotors, and red calipers, well, because they're awesome. And I think Serge has a couple things for us there.
And also, while we're in there, we just decided to upgrade our brake hoses. And for this type of job, we're going to need some seals for the type of rotor that we're using on the Camaro.
Right, you'll see in a minute why.
And aside from that, we've got some of our brake clean, some new brake fluid, and
calipers.
Our bearing.
Yes, the bearings on the front of these cars use a trapped rotor, meaning that the bearings need to be repacked every time the brakes are serviced. That is if you're taking the rotor off. So,
which we will be. All right, let's get started.
oh, it's a good idea on these cars with this type of rotor and hub setup. Clean your surface where your caliper slides. Especially if you've had a problem like this car was having a pull issue. All of these things could be related to that.
While Gerard was repacking the bearings using this little kit you can buy and do it at home, it takes a lot of pressure when you put your bearing inside to push all the old gross grease out. So I'm going to try something a little bit different. Let's see if it works. My vise might not be big enough.
I was gonna say.
Edit that out.
Oh, it is big.
Is it working? Oh yeah, it just pushes it out.
So Serge finished up his side, got my side done, pads, calipers, and rotor, and new hoses, new seals, and now on to bleeding.
All right, so we're in the middle of our bleeding the brakes. Something you should know is when you do brakes, you always want to bleed your brakes the furthest from your master cylinder. So if we were doing all four, for instance, we would do the right rear first, then the left rear, then the right front, and then the left front. So seeing that we've only done the front, Gerard and I just finished the right front, and now we're going to go to the left front and do the exact same process of bleeding the brakes. And we'll show you step by step what we're doing.
So like Serge pointed out, we just finished the right hand side, but it's both the same for either side. So what we're gonna do is, you need a buddy for this, that's fine. So Serge is up in the car now, as you can see. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna crack the bleeder screws, and what I'm gonna have him do, I'm gonna say to Serge, I'm gonna ask him to pump, and he's gonna pump up the brake pedal until it's nice and firm, because there's gonna be air in the calipers because they're brand new. So I'll ask Serge, pump.
And usually about 3 nice full extension of the pedal. Yeah, holding. Now I'm holding the brake pedal down while he releases the bleeder screw, which is now it's causing all of the fluid in the air that's trapped in the system to come out of that bleeder.
And you're gonna see lots of bubbles and lots of kind of spraying noises coming out of the bleeder. So once nothing else is coming out, I close it up again, and I ask Serge to pump once more.
Hold it.
So he's got it down, open it up again. So more air coming out. Starting to get fluid. Again, pump again.
Now it's always good too to check your master cylinder reservoir, make sure that you don't run out of fluid.
Luckily I can see it right from where I'm sitting, so I can see we have lots still.
Holding.
So I'm starting to get a nice solid stream of fluid coming out of the caliper. And so once you're getting there, I usually give it a couple more to make sure there isn't air trapped down there. So once again, Serge.
Holding.
That one was good. And one more for good luck. Good?
Oh, you want me to
Yep. Pump again, sorry.
I was waiting for my orders. And holding.
And this should be good. All the while you're doing this, it's a good idea to check for leaks, because we attached hoses and new calipers. And I was looking while we were doing that, nothing's leaking, everything's tightened up the way it should. And it's also a good idea once you finish all this to ask Serge, because he's in the car, how does the pedal feel?
Feels pretty good. Feels like a brake pedal should. Very stiff. I like it.
Every car is going to be different, being that some cars just have different brake setups, drum and disc or disc and disc, front and rear, doesn't matter. But everyone kind of feels different, and masters are different as well. Older cars, newer cars, same kind of thing. So
make sure you take your time to do this properly, because you could spend hours doing your brake job and it's perfect, and you don't do the bleed right, and your brake job feels like crap.
Exactly, and let's be realistic. If you don't have brakes, the car isn't drivable. I don't care if you have the e-brake or anything like that, you need to have your brakes working, and this is the most important part of the brake procedure, because this is going to dictate how well your brakes work. So.
And then I think next is we're going to get the wheels back on, and then take it for a drive to seat the brake pads to the rotors. That's a special process that we'll get into in a few minutes.
That's right.
Hey guys, we're in the Camaro now. We're going to talk about the brakes that we installed in the...
Of course we're in the Camaro. Just like when you're on.
Oh, of course, sorry.
You forgot yours.
We're in the other car. We're in the Minnesota. Anyway, we're going to do
a little test run on the brakes that we installed. George now had it for 400 kilometers. He's breaking them in.
Yeah, it's dropping up the
According to the installation break-in process. So, how are you liking them so far?
I like them. They're great. They're a great upgrade, step in the right direction.
Wow.
I told you that worked good.
Wow. Okay, I'm impressed. Would have been that better if I had a better seatbelt, but whatever.
Hey, this one works.
Okay, so being in the car when we first bought it, I didn't know what the brakes did feel like, and yeah, that's definitely.
I didn't think you were going to go blind.
I didn't think I would either. But yeah, no, I'm impressed. That was definitely worth the money and time, I think.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it was a pretty inexpensive kit, and the internet would have you know that expensive is better. And sometimes that's true, but I'm happy with them. It's great. It wasn't a difficult install.
Vast improvement over what we had.
Oh, yeah.
I think vast improvement over when it was stock running running.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, just better. And I think that's it for this kind of season for the Camaro.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll probably have to put it away. Like that.
Well, yeah, I want to use the same kit for the rear brakes. I guess you'll see it again soon.